Oh my, what the fuck have I done? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, prepping the bay for paint. Hopefully can prep it today, get it ready for spraying in the morning. I do work tonight at 5 o'clock, so got to leave here at 4, which means 8 o'clock now. Got a couple of hours, let's make it happen. But on last video, pulled the motor out and did paint stripper on the bay because the bay was super hard to sand and I just got annoyed. Should have just gone down and sandpaper to like an 80 grit or something, but I didn't, so now we're here. Yep. Some parts are like bubbling up, some parts are just like not, it's not ideal. So now I gotta do it properly. Just went and bought wire brush, more paint stripper, and some gloves. Just before I start layering it on, I'm gonna drill out these spot welds. I already started drilling them out and then I was like, oh shit, I better grab a camera. So that's one there, and then there's another one there. I don't know why I drilled that out, that's definitely not one. But I just gotta drill a little deeper, and then this plate will come off, because this plate's ugly. Okay, let's see if we can get some of this off. Okie dokie, I'm gonna get into just doing a little bit of sanding because I want to see how easy it actually comes up with the sanding it. Okie dokie, so we've spent a lot of time just sanding and sanding and sanding and sanding, but it's looking better. Still got this corner. We just went to Bunnings and got a big tub, so before we went to Bunnings, gave it some more. So it's all flaky and yummy again. Just gonna give it a quick another water blast. Actually, put some tape back over this hole because don't want to get it all wet in there. And then we'll give it some water, and then hopefully give it an air dry, and then another coat of this shite. Okie dokie, it's another day. We have this now. I'm just gonna cake it on because that's what we gotta do. I'm not gonna really do it in all of the spots that we can sand because we can sand that. I'm just gonna go into all of the spots which really suck to just like all of this and like the rails, my caster arm brackets, and like all up in there and stuff. It doesn't seem to eat the plastic, which is incredible because that would really suck. But yeah, just gonna coat it on, like really coat it on now. Woo! I'll take the place. Yeah. So exactly, the person who didn't suggest it because wasn't James, but James is. What? I don't know. Didn't work. It was his fault. No. So. He suggested us get this beautiful contraption. So now we are deeper in the hole, but hopefully it'll work. So we're giving it a bit of red rock crack. So over paint stripper. Still got a lot of it left so I can do the rock recover. But now we got a little sandblaster.
Wait, if it works, should I come borrowing it?
Yeah.
It looks sick.
It does look cool.
It does look like a time bomb though.
It does. It already scared us. This wasn't tight. That to that, so we put air into it and then it just went. But luckily, the valve wasn't open for the sand, so it didn't just roast us with sand, hey.
It's worth investing in some better clamps.
Yeah, I think so too. They're like the OEM hose style clamps, which everyone deletes because they don't work. So just get some worm clamps on that and it should be mint.
If you guys need any sandblasting done, send us a message, we'll come blast away your paint. No?
Well, we'll see how efficiently this works, and if it does work good, then oh my god. I mean, that might actually almost cover the sand cost.
Yeah, I know, what the heck?
See if this fucking does a thing.
2 hours later.
Okie dokie, so pretty much the whole day has passed. That sandblaster ended up not working at all. So we took it back, got our money back, which is ideal. I've just been doing a couple of layers of paint stripper. It's getting there. Pretty tired, pretty over it. No, I am tired. And I'm so over it. But we gotta keep going. Just decided that I'm gonna pull the battery tray out. So yeah, gonna drill some spot welds out and pull that out. Okie dokie, so we're in another day. I'm a little bit more in high spirits today because I'm starting to see the end, which is super cool. It's 10:30 now? Nope, it's 11 o'clock now. Started sanding at about 8:30. I did an extra layer of paint stripper. I think actually yesterday afternoon I did another 3 coats of paint stripper and then gurney paint stripper. It is a mission. But I think we're on to sanding now, which is super exciting. I've done most of like the easy stuff to get to, like the front of the tubs and the strut towers. Still got to do that side more. Firewall needed touching up. There's just a lot to go, and all like the rails and stuff. This side of the rail is gonna actually suck. I took the brake booster off, and I also took off that little plate thing. Should have done that to start with, because now I've made it look horrible, but oh well. So yeah, I'm a bit more enthusiastic now. My plan is to get it fully prepped, ready for paint today, which is, I think, doable. I've got 6.5 hours, so if I can just keep sanding for that 6.5, hopefully we'll get it done. What a mission. Massive props if you're a panel beater. Could not fucking do this every day. Holy, I'm so over it. But I'm like also super excited. Because, you know, going back to bare metal is like, it's a super cool thing. I'm a little bit worried about taking all of like the seam sealer off. So I'm a bit worried about water being in there, and then me obviously putting more seam sealer on, and then it having moisture in there, and then it going up through the paint. So hopefully it'll be, I won't use any more water today. So hopefully it'll have the whole day to dry, and then I can seam sealer at the end of the day. But before I seam sealer, I'll just get the airline and make sure I blow as much as I possibly can out. There's probably one of you guys, panel beater, watching going, you fucking idiot. Why don't you just do this? I wish I had that knowledge. Anyway, I'm going to keep going on Struggle Street.
Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out. Time's up. Over. Blast. Snip.
Let it all go, darling, let it all go. I just need to stop and leave some French vibes in my head. Let it all go, darling, let it all go. I'm not trying to run, just
There's been another large day. Not too much filming, a little bit of time lapse. I feel like I've made a lot of progress today, and that's always such a good feeling. So pretty much where we're at now is the paint is pretty much gone. Just nipped off to Signature Paints and got some etch primer and the paint. I was going to use some of the same colour that Hayden painted his S15 in, which is the Volcano Black Alfa Romeo colour, which is a very, very cool colour. I like it a lot. But decided to go a different colour. Why not? I guess that's pretty much where I'm going at it. I also got a little bit of rust converter. So you can see down here, still a little bit rusty. So it's really shit. You have to hand sand that because obviously you can't get the sander in there because the steering column shaft and whatnot and the brake lines. Oh, this makes me really want to make new brake lines, but I don't want to have to go buy the flaring tool on the line. I'm just going to go once more and just do a thorough check top to bottom with the old hand sand. Make sure I'm super happy, and then I'll start doing the rust primer stuff. As soon as that's done, I'm going to get the seam sealer and start doing all the seams. At that time it might be sort of late. I do want to push the car back into the bay tonight because I would like to lock it up. Obviously just because it did actually sprinkle a little bit last night, which is not good when you have bare metal. Just to avoid rust. So that's sort of the plan. Hopefully, I feel so bad for James. I've fucking made a big mess of everything. Let's just shit over it. Sorry, James. But this was meant to be a weekend thing, and it is now getting to the end of Monday. Cars. Okay, so yeah, I get that rust primer stuff. I've never used it, but well, it's like a wipe-on rust additive. I don't know. Rust blast. So pretty much, yeah, water-based. You wipe it on with like a wet rag, and then it pretty much does its thing. And then you wait for a little bit, and then you wipe it off with water, and it seems to do the deed. So we're going to do that. Okie dokie. So it's been probably about 25 minutes. Left it a little bit longer because, you know, longer better for the stuff. As you can see, the rust down there seems to have, like it. Also, it is still wet because you have to keep it wet. So I'm about to gurney it. I didn't want to get it wet again because I didn't want to get water to get into the seams, but it says on this bottle that it can protect it to up to 30 days. Depending on the environment, which is super cool. So I think the plan is now, ideally I'm not gonna, you know, leave it like this for 30 days, but wash it, push it in there, got the top down so it doesn't drip or leave weird things on the concrete, which is really clean. Far out, man, this whole engine bay saga thing has just been, set the goal here, something happens when I end up here. Set the goal here, something happens when I end up... I just feel like I'm not achieving what I want to actually get done in a day, and I don't know if that's because I'm setting unrealistic goals or if I'm just making stupid mistakes. Maybe my stupid mistakes is setting unrealistic goals. Don't know. But yeah, I mean, far out. It's been way more involved than I thought it was going to. I mean, obviously it wouldn't have been as bad if I didn't have to go back to bare metal, but I decided to do that. Anyway guys, gonna end the video here. This is actually cut in half. This video, which you know, the whole thing is like 18-19 minutes-ish, and I don't want to post a 20-minute video, you know, once you add the outro, so if you stayed this long in the video, thank you. You must actually enjoy the content, so I do appreciate you. And yeah, you have to stay tuned for the next one. It is Monday now. Yep. So it'll be coming out on Wednesday. See you guys then. See ya.